So for this last video, we're going to be talking about solving inequalities. So when solving inequality, we're going to go through the same steps as solving an equation. However, there's one thing that we need to change. When multiplying or dividing both sides by a negative number, we must flip the sign or change the sign. You can say change or flip, either way. So what I mean by that is, so let's say for instance I had negative 2x is less than 6. To solve for x, what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide by negative 2. Here, since I am dividing by a negative number, that means I need to flip. And so I would get x. This less than would then become a greater than 6 divided by negative 2, which is negative 3. So anytime I'm multiplying or dividing a negative number, my inequality must flip. So let's go through some examples. So we're going to solve and then we're going to graph. This first one, I have x minus 2 is greater than 9. To solve this, just like when we were doing equations, I need to get x by itself. So to move that minus 2 to the other side, I need to do the opposite sign. So since this is subtraction, I need to add 2 to both sides. So all I have is x on this side. And just like our equal sign just kind of went on down, I'm going to do the same thing with my inequality. So my inequality just carries down. And then 9 plus 2, I get 11. And so to graph that, 11, 10, 12. I have just a strictly greater than, so I'm going to have an open circle at 11. And I want everything greater than 11, so I'm going to go to the right. Okay, go ahead and pause the video and try and do that next one. Okay, this is what you should have gotten for that next one. So to move that 5 to the other side, I just need to subtract 5 from both sides. And so I get k is less than or equal to negative 8. I don't need to flip my inequality for this because I am subtracting. That's only when I'm multiplying or dividing. And so when I graph that, I get this. And again, to check your answer, you can pick something where your arrow is pointing. So let's say negative 9. And I want to plug that in up here. And so when I do that, I have negative 9 plus 5 is less than or equal to negative 3. Well, negative 9 plus 5, I get negative 4 is less than or equal to negative 3. And that is true. Negative 4 is in fact less than or equal to negative 3. So that means I'm good. Okay, let's try this next one. So now I have 4x is greater than or equal to negative 36. Since 4 is multiplying with that x, to move it to the other side, I just need to divide by 4. And so I get x is greater than or equal to, because again I just carry that inequality down, negative 36 divided by 4, I get negative 9. And here again I don't need a flip, I am dividing, but I only care about the sign of what I'm dividing. Since I'm dividing a positive 4, I don't need to flip it. It's okay if this number is negative, this one right here, I only care about what I'm multiplying or dividing. And so I graph that. I have a line underneath, so I need a closed circle. And I want everything bigger, so I graph to the right. Now here's where things get different. So here I have negative 3x is greater than 12. So I need to divide by negative 3. But now, since I'm dividing by a negative number, that means I need to flip my inequality. So this greater than is going to become a less than. And then 12 divided by negative 3, I get negative 4. And so when I graph that, no line underneath, so it's an open circle, and I want everything less than it, so I graph to the left. And again, I can check my work, so let's take this -5 that's on the left. I'm going to put it in for x. And so I have -3 times -5 is greater than 12. Well, -3 times -5 gets me a positive 15 is greater than 12, which is true. Okay, go ahead and pause the video. I want you to try that next one. And again, remember to do just like what you would do if we were solving an equation. Okay, so the answer you should have gotten here was x is less than -21. To get rid of that 7 on the bottom, I need to do the opposite of division. So right now it says x divided by 7. So the opposite of division is multiplication. And then -3 times 7, I get -21. This one I didn't have to flip because I was multiplying by a positive number. Now for this next one, I have x over -2 is greater than or equal to 4. So this time I need to multiply by -2. And since I'm doing that, that means I need to flip. So this greater than or equal to is going to become a less than or equal to x. And then 4 times -2, I get -8. So when I graph that, I have a line underneath. So that means I need a closed circle because it can equal -8. It's pointing to the left, so I want everything less than or equal to it. And again, and always a good thing to do is to check your work. So I can pull anything from this left-hand side, so let's say -10 and plug that in. Well, -10 over -2 is greater than or equal to 4. -10 divided by -2, I get a positive 5 is greater than or equal to 4, which is true. So that means I'm good. Okay, let's try this next one. So now I have a little bit more going on. I, again, just want to treat this just like an equation. So I need to first move whatever's being added or subtracted. So I have a -1 here, so that means I want to add 1 to the other side. So I get 4b is less than 7 plus 1, which is 8. And then to get rid of that 4, I'm going to divide both sides by 4. So I get b is less than 2. Okay, go ahead and pause the video, and I want you to try that last one on your own. Okay, this is the answer that you should have gotten for this last one. So first I subtracted 11 from both sides. And then I had n divided by -2. So to get rid of that -2, I need to multiply both sides by -2. And since I'm multiplying by a negative number, I needed to flip my inequality. So my greater than became less than. And then there's my graph. Okay, that's it for today. If you want to look at some extra examples, those are linked below. There's also some extra practice below. Otherwise, you can get on to the assignment. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. Have a great rest of your day.